Welcome friends, sport part 7, identify, graph and comment on it. So you can see first stimuli is given and we got simple muscle twitch. But when second stimuli given S2, so here you can see it is given during contraction period or between the contraction period. So there is increase in the height of contraction is noted. In this figure, in D, you can see the simple muscle twitch and second successive stimuli fall during the relaxation period or mid relaxation period. There is a single graph, but there is an increase in the height of contraction is noted. So you can see the graph shows the effect of two successive stimuli on skeletal muscle. In graph C, second stimuli fall during the contraction period, while in figure D, second stimuli fall during the relaxation period. Increase in the height of contraction is noted in both, but in D there is a single graph, incomplete relaxation due to beneficial effect in both. Identify graph and comment on it. So you can see 1, 2 and 3. So initially height of contraction increases, that is due to beneficial effect, but after that decrease in the height gradually, and you can see there are some flat lines, that is known as contraction remainder. The graph is of genesis of fatigue. Simply write down definition: temporary reduction in working capacity after prolonged or continuous activity. The another graph, you can see 5, 20, 40 like that. So this is the graph of multiple successive stimuli on frog skeletal muscle. So we won't get here simple muscle twitch because frequency is of stimuli is 5 per second, here 20 stimuli per second. So you will get this kind of graph. So first is the staircase or trapeze, second is clonus, you can see incomplete relaxation, and third, that is the genesis of fatigue when frequency is high. So this is the graph of normal cardiogram of frog. So just like human being, we have a ECG, electrocardiogram. Here there is no electrical activity, but we are measuring normal cardiogram of frog. So you can see there is a written S, A and V. So this S is for the contraction or wave for the sinus venosus, and this is for the wave for the atrial contraction, and this is V for the sinus venosus, and this arrow is for truncus arteriosus. So this is the normal cardiogram of frog's heart. Now identify the graphs and comment on it. So you can see the normal cardiogram, but when exposed to cold saline, you can see decrease in the rate as well as increase in the rate when exposed to hot saline. So when compared to normal saline, when hot saline is added, there is an increase in the heart rate, you can say, but when we add cold saline, decrease in the heart rate. So this is simple explanation. So the graph shows the effect of temperature on frog's heart or frog's cardiac muscle. Now identify this graph and comment on it. So you can see this is a normal cardiogram, then some flat line, then you can see 30, 25, 20, 15 or 10. So these are the strength of the stimuli, then 40 and 45. So you can see there is a response, but it is a similar response. So this graph shows the property of cardiac muscle, this is one part, and property is all or nothing law, or you can say all or none law. So if the stimuli produces a response, irrespective whether it is minimal, that is threshold, then submaximal, maximal or supramaximal in strength, the response will be same, either response or no response. So it is all or nothing law. Thank you. Jai Swaminarayan. If you like my video, share it, add comment and subscribe my channel.